Welcome everybody, Integrity Workouts coming at you with another banger. Alright, today we're doing part 2, second video of our workout story series. Today I'll be discussing experience that I had when working out that could really benefit a lot of people. It really teaches the lesson of just put your ego to the side and do with the weight that you're comfortable with. You have to train smart. You can't be training where you're just being pushed and peer pressured by other people to do weight that you can't handle, but you want to do it because you see other people in the gym doing that same weight, and then you end up getting injured. And that's not a smart thing to do. All right, just understand that you have to start somewhere, and the best place to start is by building a strong foundation in whatever you do. So let's get started. So this experience goes back to my high school days. This is actually one of the few things that I learned in high school that was actually useful in my personal life and my life continuing on. And on a side note of that, going on a tangent, high school is there for you to learn experiences as well as college, but you're gonna learn these experiences. But the way that you apply them, to your own life, that is when they become useful. You see, a lot of people say, oh, I'm learning math, I'm learning chemistry, I'm learning biology, this shit is not useful. Think again. Think of how ways to apply that to your life and your life situation and your experience for you to be able to make progress in your life towards your goals that you're making. That is when those things that you learned in high school and in college become useful because you're applying them. And then once you apply them and you keep moving on, you're making progress, now you see why they're useful. But moving on with my story, it was a regular day, weight training. I had weight training room and we was working out. The previous week I did squats, and I had did 225, and I did it for 1 rep. So but the spotter helped me, right? So I was thinking the next week came around, Monday morning, and I'm thinking, hey, I'm gonna do squats today again, and I'm gonna do 225 for at least 3 to 4 reps though. I wanted to do 225 for reps. That was my goal for the day. So I warmed up, I got everything good, and I didn't wear a brace, a weight belt that day. And the week before I did wear one. So that was one thing that was different. So I had a spotter behind me and I warmed up. I progressed the weight. I started with 135, 185, 205, 225, right? Got to 225, 2 place. Now, once I got to 225, I felt a little bit nervous. I'm thinking, oh, here it is again, let's get it. You get a little bit like excited, a little bit of adrenaline, a little bit of nervousness all at the same time, and you don't know how to feel, so you just go for it. So that was me. I just went for it. I always say this, just tuck it in like an ab tuck. Smack your abs as hard as you can, just go for it. So I did that. And what ended up happening was I did 1 rep fully by myself. So I was happy. So then I'm thinking, alright, I'm gonna go for my second one. I went for my second rep. When I was at the bottom of the squats, my whole core just got unstable. I let out all the air. I lost total momentum. I lost everything. And I just collapsed. My body just collapsed. Like, it was just weak. I don't know what happened. It was just a unstable foundation. I don't know what happened. But the weight was just, I guess, too heavy for me. And the weight ended up crashing on my neck. But luckily, there was racks right here. I had a spotter, but he was just too slow. He didn't see what happened. Well, I just went down too fast and the weight just went straight forward. All right, I didn't have balance to balance the weight backwards. The weight just went forward and I ended up leaning forward and landed on my neck. Luckily, I didn't land on the floor, or else I would have went face first with 225 on my back. That's injuries right there. That's real injuries. So luckily nothing serious happened. But what did ended up happening was my lower back was hurting a lot. My lower back was hurting for days, and I ended up getting an MRI. But luckily they told me that there was nothing wrong, nothing serious, that you're young, and that just make sure you don't do weight that is too heavy for you. And that's when it hit me. That's what the doctor told me. So I'm thinking like, damn, that means I was doing weight that's too heavy for me. So that's when my ego took a shot. It said, Hey Kevin, you're doing weight that's too heavy for you. You almost got injured. Slow it down. Slow it down. You have to progress in a manner that's efficient. You're not gonna progress too much, because then when you progress too much, you're not ready for it. Your body is not prepared for it. You're not mentally and physically prepared for that weight or for whatever movement that you're doing. So moving on from that, I just learned from those experiences that just don't let the ego get the best of you. Train smart. Yes, you have to progress, and yes, you have to keep progressing and using little by little, using percentages to increase the weight that you're doing so you can not stay in the plateau. But if you're increasing too much weight that you can't handle, then all that's going to lead to is injury. Exactly what happened to me. I was out for like around 2-3 months. I couldn't squat no more because my back was just hurting too much. I just didn't want to, and I was just scared at that point. I was just scared, really. I just didn't want to squat no more. And my legs took a beating. They weren't no more getting big anymore. My abs, they weren't getting stronger. So it was reluctant. I didn't know why I did that. I just ended up hurting my results. And right here, we're looking for long-term results. For you to get long-term results, you have to stay healthy. You have to stay safe. You have to train smart. So in combination of all those three things that I was not doing, I started to do that. And once I started to do that, I started seeing even greater results. So I hope you guys learned from my experience that make sure to put your ego to the side. Don't care about what other people are doing. Don't let people pressure you into doing something. If it's too heavy for you to handle, just say it. Just say it. It's too heavy. I'm not gonna be able to. My body's not ready for it. At the time, I was 17 years old. I was 5'7", 5'8". I was weighing 150. And I was trying to do 225 squats for reps. Now looking back at it, yeah, I was clearly outweighted, outclassed, outmatched, everything. So just make sure that you're doing weight that's proper for you. I hope you guys learn from my experiences. I hope you guys apply these lessons that I'm teaching you guys so you cannot make the same mistakes that I made in my fitness journey. So like, comment, subscribe. If you guys like this video, like it. If you guys dislike this video, dislike it. I appreciate all of it. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. Stay strong. Deuces.